Hey guys, Bionic here with my next video of this series, my 150-day progress report as a free-to-play player in Raid Shadow Legends. Like the other ones, this one will show what I've accomplished over the last 30 days, but instead of providing tips, I will quickly go over my builds because I've had a couple of requests for those, and also because I will most likely make changes to them in the next couple of weeks. So let's jump right in. First thing I always do before going over the stats is to grab my monthly reward completion, which is another free sacred shard. Now, I have finally reached player level 60, which gives me the largest energy pool possible, 130. And yes, it is still always empty to ensure I am maximizing on the regeneration, but now I can finally start spending gems on energy refills. Since we haven't had any artifact enhancement event in a while, I have plenty of silver saved up. I think I had over 30 million at one point, but I decided to spend some on upgrading artifacts anyway. Next, I've mentioned this in all the other videos, the mine is fully leveled, I unlocked all the slots in the market and all level 1 slots in the sparring pit. In fact, all of this was done before completing my first 35 days. In total, I spent about 3,200 gems on energy refills since I've started playing, and that's the only thing I will continue spending gems on for now. And since some of you guys have been very vocal in telling me that it is impossible for me to be a free-to-play player with all these gems, here's my purchase history from Google Play. For the quests, I've completed all of them, therefore gotten all the possible rewards in the last 30 days, just like I always do. I haven't really progressed in the last 60 missions aside from completing stage 15 of the Fire Knight's Castle on auto, and I am now stuck on stage 15 of the Spider's Den. As for the challenges, I now have the artifacts 10.3, 10.5, 10.7, and 10.8 to complete. For the clan boss, my team has progressed a little, but it is probably close to the maximum of what it can do, which is roughly 9.5 million on the hard boss and roughly 7 million on the brutal boss. This is still good enough for now because I can get the Grandmaster chest and sometimes the Knight or Guardian chest as well every day with my 4 keys. My arena team has unfortunately lost its effectiveness in the past couple of weeks, so I am now in gold tier 2. I have been working on a new build with my new champions, but it is going to take some time before it is complete. And now for my champions. If some of you guys have watched my previous videos, then you will know that I didn't open any ancient, void, or sacred shards for the last 2.5 months. After the last series of events, I finally got some legendary champions and some interesting epic champions as well. I was also able to fuse Foley, so my endgame teams are going to change quite a bit. But before I do make those changes, here's an overview of what my current champion builds have been up until now. Crimson Helm, which has a lifesteal and speed sets. She has decent speed, high crit rate, but low crit damage, and she could use a little bit more accuracy. All her skills are leveled, and these are the masteries I currently use for her. War Master and Master Hexer being the most important because I want her decrease attack debuff to land on the clan boss. My 2 main Cold Hearts, they also have a lifesteal and speed sets. They have relatively low speed, low crit rate as well, but at least the crit damage is relatively good. Their accuracy is also good enough for now. All their skills are fully leveled, and these are the mastery that I use, which is a mix of clan boss and dungeons because I use them both everywhere all the time. Next, my all-around War Maiden build, lifesteal and crit rate sets. She has better speed, and that's because I use her in the arena, decent crit rate and decent crit damage, and plenty of accuracy because I want her decreased defense debuff to land against enemy champions and against the clan boss. All her skills are leveled, and this is her current mastery setup, which is a mix of clan boss, arena, and dungeons. War Master and Master Hexer being the most important for those purposes. Athel, lifesteal and attack sets, relatively low speed, but that's because I want her attacking last in the arena. She has decent crit rate and crit damage, but could use a lot more accuracy to ensure the weaken debuff always lands on the clan boss. All her skills are leveled, and these are the masteries that I use for her right now. Giant Slayer and Master Hexer also being the most important. I use her also as my brutal farmer in the arena, against a clan boss, and in some dungeons. My 3rd Cold Heart isn't done, and her gear will most likely change. Her skills aren't fully level, but at least her A3 has the 4-turn cooldown. Masteries are also incomplete, but I am building her specifically for the Spider Dungeon, so it will be slightly different than the other two. Next, Berserker, which I haven't covered before. He's built specifically for Arena, therefore has 2 attack and 1 divine crit rate sets, relatively high attack, decent crit rate and crit damage, and no accuracy since it's useless on him. All his skills are leveled, and these are the masteries I use for now, which are also incomplete. If I keep using him, I would probably go for offense and defense instead and get either Helm Smasher or Flawless Execution for his tier 6. One of my newer champions, High Katoon. She needs 3 speed sets to be effective, and this is all I had for now. Since I will also probably use her in the arena at one point, I will increase her offense stats and probably change her masteries to offense and support. I increased her skills until her A2 was reduced to a 3-turn cooldown for now. And finally, Ghostborn, another new champion which basically replaced my Spirit Host because they serve the same purpose. So I transferred her gear to him, which is a shield set and a speed set. I did not increase any of his skills yet, and I started working on his masteries, which is arena oriented, but he will also be useful in some dungeons. Moving on, I still always keep a couple of XP brews saved up, and I do the same thing with skill tomes, although I will most likely spend most of these during the next couple of weeks. I still have a decent number of shards saved up, so I am looking forward for the next big summoning event. And lastly, my Great Hall bonuses. They haven't really changed except for the 5 points into the Void crit damage for an extra 10% on all my Void characters. So that's it, my free-to-play progress in 150 days and a quick overview of all my current builds. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and check the description for more details on how you can help support my channel. Later, guys.